Yo, it's good. Got a quick trade recap. Weekly recap for the past week. Took one trade, and I ended the week in green, which is pretty good. I'll just go over kind of. Is my lip bleeding? Sus. But yeah, let's go over kind of how I could improve, and then also over the trade that I the trade that I took. So okay, bro, my bad. I'm kind of like out of time, bro. Okay, so this 11th, 17th to 21st, one trade, one win. Like I said, one sell position. Total loss had was 0.85, so it was pretty like it's like a smaller week. It's one trade, which is 1% risk, and then yeah, 2.2% gain. So the main thing going into market open was that I needed to be like objective and neutral minded because, like I was struggling with like going into market open, hoping that I'll be able to take a trade, kind of hoping that I'll be able to find a setup, especially after like taking a losing week last week. It wasn't that bad last week, but it still like kind of affected me going into this week. I just need to make sure that I'm objective and that I have a short-term memory going into like these session opens, because like, bro, if I don't have short-term memory, I'll let the previous losses cloud my judgment, and it'll just like cook me overall, so I have to make sure that I'm like staying objective, make sure that I'm staying neutral minded and not being attached to a certain outcome, like just be okay with not taking a trade and just be like locked in as an observer, not actively looking to get into the markets, kind of thing like that. So that's like the main thing for this entire week. This week was honestly okay for trading, but for personal I feel like it wasn't the best because I was just like, and I was just super locked down. I was super like, I was not present in the moment, but I feel like I'm getting better. I think I just need a good sleep, and I had a good sleep last night, so I feel pretty happy about myself. I feel pretty good. But I'll just go over the trade. I forgot to take a screenshot, but I have it here because I was just looking over the past week on GBPUSD, and this is coincidentally the pair that I took the trade on, so that works out pretty nice. So the 4 hour was bearish going into market open. I feel like really redundant saying all of this again and again, but so based on what I wrote here. Yeah, exactly. Like this day, I was still hoping that I would be able, like things would be able to work out the way I wanted to. And when things didn't show up the way I wanted to, I would feel like a bit salty. I would feel like annoyed at the markets for not doing what I ideally wanted to. Like at this point, I was like, yo, there's no way we don't take out the London high. But guess what happened? We didn't take out the London high. So it's a good thing that I didn't focus on like get over fixated on the London high not getting taken. I was able to like adapt to that, like be okay with taking something off of the S&T as confluence. And that's kind of like that's why I need to that's a reason of why I need to not be so fixated on taking a trade, because otherwise it'll just cook me in the future and just mess things up. It'll just mess things up, So yeah, so going on to the 5 minute, 4 hour was bearish, looking for highs to get taken. So we did not take out like the absolute high, but we did form an SMT with EURUSD and the DXY, because EURUSD took out this 1 hour high and DXY took out the corresponding low. So I was looking for a market structure shift, inverse for value gap to the downside, and then we retrace into 5 minute equilibrium, and then I enter off the 1 minute inverse for value gap to the downside with TP at London low, absolute London low, 4 hour low, and 4 hour low. So that's kind of like a really quick recap of the trade. I already have a whole trade recap on it, so it's not really like that deep, but like I want to mainly focus on like the weekly stuff. I think just like the main thing is just to be okay with not taking many trades, be okay with just taking one trade a week, and just be okay with like freaking like not expecting to take anything, like that's like the main thing, bro. Because if I let it build up, then like one day I'll just lash out and I'll lose all the progress, so I got to cut it off now before it gets like too deep, what I'm saying? So it's like kind of simple things like that. Yeah, so trading week was pretty good. It's just chill, bro. But for personal life, I feel like I definitely feel like I wasn't as good. Like I don't know, maybe I was just bombarded by school, or maybe I was just, I don't know, but I was thinking too much in the past, and I was not really focused on my success and shit like that. Just throwing stuff under the rug, just trying to like postpone tasks and just procrastinating a lot caused me to like be out of focus, be out of tune. But I feel like all I really needed was a good sleep, and I think I already said this, but I slept pretty good. So just goes to show sleep is very important. I just got to keep the momentum going. Maybe it's because my YouTube has been doing pretty decent, or maybe because I just got a TikTok that did pretty good. But I shouldn't have my mind depend on these external factors. I should just be content with myself. So I got to like make sure that I'm content with the work that I'm doing, content with what I'm doing. Like I said that twice, but content with like myself. Like be confident who I am, be confident in what I am, and then it'll just keep on accumulating and build up until it just makes me feel good all the time, because I don't want to have these highs and these lows, I want to be consistently going like this, So I feel like the main thing is just to consistently show that I'm like working hard, consistently show that I'm doing the right things at the right times, you know. So I was kind of basically like this week, pretty short, but it's only one trade, so not really too much to talk about. Yeah, that's pretty much all. See you in the next video. Goodbye.